wild turkey season is officially underway here in Maine. Hunting for wild turkeys began on Saturday, which was Youth Day. For everyone else, the season opened a half an hour before sunrise this morning. As of midday today, hunters had harvested nearly 90 turkeys. Maine's game bird specialist says that number is on par with recent fall seasons. He expects there are a good number of turkeys out there this year. However, he anticipates it could be a massed year, which would mean a bumper crop of acorns available to animals. That could spread out the turkey population, making it more difficult for hunters. But the key to any successful hunt starts with safety.
Just have to be aware of what's around you, and what you're shooting at is the number one. So make sure you know what you're shooting when you're shooting. People don't see a decoy and mistake it, so you want to make sure you know what your target is and that it's a live bird. Otherwise, there's a risk that you might unintentionally shoot somebody that's sitting on the other side of the decoy. So that's the biggest concern for safety, and just making sure that you know where the people are that you're hunting with and they're not in your line of fire.
Hunter orange isn't required for the fall turkey hunt until firearm seasons for moose and deer begin. Kelsey Sullivan says turkeys can see color, so wearing blaze could negatively impact your harvest. Sullivan says it just depends on your personal preference and comfort level. But he reminds everyone to be aware of the rules of the district they're hunting in.